it's Todd Ault. It's June 1st. This is the 84th show of Risk On. What may be the greatest show ever about risk? Now, that's a forward-looking statement, but it might be true today because did we crush it or what? By the way, those of you who follow me know that we're long MDRR, we're long the REIT stocks, we're long real estate, and we had a rocking day in real estate today, right?
Hey, is there any money left for anyone else to be made today?
I don't know, man. Oh,
Dude,
wow.
I feel like Jerome Powell just printing it.
You're printing it today.
Amazing
We
day.
had a rocking day today. We just got back from the Indianapolis 500. That was incredible. Congratulations to Elio Castroneves, who I love and have followed for years when he was on Penske Racing.
Hey, man, Fort Lauderdale via Brazil. Love the guy.
Yeah, Brazil. To celebrate, we went out to Fogo de Chao after the victory. We did. We actually went to a brilliant steakhouse. Hey, today on the show, Josh, our producer, is live in studio. Say hello, Josh.
What's up, buddy?
Hey.
Skylar, you're back from Mule Days.
I'm back.
How were the asses?
They were very nice.
All right, cool. You like the asses a lot?
Yeah.
Did you ride an ass?
I didn't get to, no.
But I saw you.
But I
took-
pet a lot of them.
I saw you take pictures with them.
Yeah, I pet a lot of them.
Really? Yeah. Are they like just mini horses or what?
No, they're actually horse size, but they just have like really big ears. They're like, just donkey horse mix.
Nice. Right on.
Donkeys, like the poker players over at the Aria.
Hey,
A lot
what's
of
the
donkeys
first
there.
section today?
Market update.
The market update. Jason,
Yeah.
let's get right to the market, which I thought was screaming today for us.
You know what was crazy? We're positioned well because the market actually, the Dow was up 45 points. Big deal, right? 34,575. Tech stocks in the NASDAQ were actually down 12, and the S&P was flat, down 2 points. However,
God,
gold.
I'm just
Yeah,
looking at the
it's-
numbers. We just killed it. I mean, literally today, God help us to thank God on. What do you say on a day like today, right? What do you say on a day like today? What do you say? What's up here?
What's happening?
Due to some technical difficulties. I mean, this is an amazing day, dude.
here's the more appropriate one. You ready?
Hey, we're long steel.
Hey, the guy lives in Vegas. Here it is.
Got it. That's right, baby.
We got him.
Hey, we're long steel. It rocked.
Yes.
We're long software. It rocked. We're long casinos. It rocked. We're long Alzheimer's stocks. Those rocked.
Uranium.
We're long uranium. It rocked. We're long
Ammo.
REIT stocks. It rocked.
my God.
We're short the Nasdaq. It was down. We're long honest companies. Jessica Alba. Finally, an up day. Fucking thank God. Oh,
Hey.
delete that, please. Sorry about that. Whoops. Now you can do that a little bit, right?
A little bit.
I think we're going to get monetized
I
still.
will monetize there. Dude, everything. SPAC Jesus, the SoFi SPAC went through
Hey,
today.
Naked Brands.
Hey, we're back in Naked Brands. By the way, that was a good trade.
Yes.
I got all these text messages. Why you swing
Why are you
trade?
swinging? Yeah.
Dude, what's wrong with you guys?
Dude, why you swinging
Why would you
naked?
swing trade when you get that kind of move? When you don't know what's going on here. Although I did hear today an absolute commitment that Justin was going to do our show.
No way.
I don't have a commitment on the date, but he gave me. I got from his representative. I got a commitment that he would be on the show. He's not on any shows right now, but he would do our show first. We'd be the first broadcast. That's what he told.
Nice.
That's what I was told.
So we got
Put it in the books.
We actually Bitcoin's 36,000 time on air, 2542 Ethereum, oil. Well, don't let me get into this administration's decision here about energy independence or lack thereof. We'll get into that a little bit later. Oil booming, 67.93 a barrel for light sweet crude.
Let's say you're a middle class to lower income person when it comes to income, and you know that oil is a bigger tax on you than it is on other people. Now, what's the Biden administration do? They ban leases
Yep.
in the Arctic refuge, undoing what Trump did. So a greater dependence on foreign oil, that makes sense. And oil prices are going what? Higher?
Way higher.
Let's
and
say,
then,
kill the Keystone Pipeline.
Yep.
Kill drilling.
All the jobs created with the Keystone Pipeline.
Don't approve the Pebble Mine.
Then you have the hack in New Jersey that stunts all the logistical nightmare with the oil moving throughout the southeast region. If the Keystone Pipeline was in place, we would have a means to move the oil in a much efficient fashion.
I wonder whose payroll he's on. I mean, the Russians, their pipeline got approved.
Yeah, for sure.
But the Keystone Pipeline? No. Sorry to digress there. Anything else you want to cover on the markets?
I mean, it's just politics that affects the markets and affects everyday life.
Yeah.
We want to talk about silver and gold, very bullish. Gold over 1,900 an ounce. Silver at 28. Copper 465. Commodities going berserk. My best pick, I'm not recommending this stock, FCX for a safe, slow climb to 50.
You're in love, yeah.
Yeah, because most of their mines are in the southwest region of America. They've got a lot of infrastructure there in Arizona.
Hey, for full disclosure, Beyond Meat crushed me today, down 10 points.
What'd I tell you about that?
130. Well, you said don't belong to lib stocks.
Don't take left-wing stocks.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So meat's political.
Yes, meat's political.
Plant-based food is political. I got crushed in what the heck is it called again? Beyond Meat.
Beyond Meat. Kramer set you up for that one, by the way.
Kramer, thanks a lot, buddy. You told me he's going to be a meme stock.
There
you
you
liar,
go.
liar, pants on fire. But we made a lot of money in Canon back today.
Canon. What
And
did
we
I
were
tell?
long. Hey, just let me give kudos to Jason. Hold on. Let me give. Oh, you are fake news. I'm sorry.
You are fake news.
Hold on. Where's the? No, not that one.
What?
No,
Why?
no,
Whoa,
no,
that's the
no,
wrong
no,
song.
no,
What's happening? What's happening?
Where's applause?
All I
Here we
know
go.
is I get in the office today and he's screaming, Cannon!
Yeah. So why is he screaming Canon? Because he told everyone on the show that he thought Canon sales were going to be parabolic, and they were parabolic.
They 8X.
And we were long Canon. We sold the puts. We longed the calls. We're long the stock. We traded. That's been great.
That's yeah. So Canon.
Although that's been a pullback. Great.
Right.
So for full disclosure, we already got our ass kicked a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Hey, you only
Canon.
lose when you sell. Remember that,
Oh,
Todd.
wow, that's bull.
Hey,
Okay.
whatever.
Really?
Yeah,
Are
you
you
just-
one of those people?
Listen, you got the
I won't pay attention to my 30-point loss.
No.
Until I sell it.
You fat finger have the ability to buy the hole in the hole.
Yeah, but the stock doesn't have any memory.
You
right?
say-
It doesn't
you-
have a memory. I
listen.
remember where Jason paid for it,
You
so I
saved
feel
me.
better.
You saved me.
I did.
It
We
was
traded
teamwork. Thank you.
We did.
All
We
right.
did. We did trade
Nice,
it for
nice.
sure. For full disclosure, we're up in that trade. Yeah, I covered all that GameStop on Friday.
Yeah.
Which was incredible. So what happened was we went to the Indy 500, and then on Thursday I'm there and I'm thinking, hey, I got to close all my positions out, thinking it was Friday.
Right.
But it wasn't.
Yeah, I know.
So I was on a tear selling and covering things, and so I ended up thinking that all the options were going to expire in like 2 or 3 hours. Remember that? I'm like, hey, I got 4
Yeah.
hours
You're
to
like,
go.
why
and
is this go? Yeah. That was
Whoops!
crazy.
Yeah, it didn't expire till the next day, but we got saved that day. I
Yeah.
mean, it was almost like someone said, "We'll take it down for Todd on Friday. We'll bring it back for Todd up on Monday." Which
Yeah.
today is not Monday; it's Tuesday. Long story short, we're short Tesla again.
Well, that's fine. I like
Just
that.
a little bit. Just wrote some calls.
I like the. I want
I
to
wrote
get
the
it.
290 calls.
I know you don't cover
No,
enough.
no, the 690 calls. What's wrong with me?
690. Yeah.
690.
You don't give yourself enough credit for these 13Ds, and I've got them lined up today. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to get into them.
Oh, for sure.
I'm sorry.
Hey, in the second segment, we're going to remember today is Risk on Sports in the second segment. And in the audience today, my daughter, graduate of the University of Arizona.
You want to tell? She works for. What do you call them? The Death Star.
She works for the Death Star.
Oh my
Death
God!
Star.
I know.
He does.
it's
She
so
works for the
crazy.
big planet, the richest guy in the world. Have you gotten to hang out with him at all?
No, definitely not.
All right.
I'd rather.
All right.
Wouldn't you rather hang
My
out with his
oldest daughter is
ex-wife?
in the house today. You don't have to leave her on screen. I'm sure she won't like that. Anyways, but I'm glad you're here. What's up? What segment are we in right now? We're still number one.
Yeah, we're
One.
just getting going, man.
Just getting
We are
started.
getting going. Right.
But coming up, we're going to have sports.
Right. Risk
And
on
then
Sports.
we're talking about 13Ds.
Yeah, we're getting into the 13Ds, man. You're too humble
Too
about
humble.
these.
Are we
These things are.
covering any individuals today right now?
Yeah,
or no?
yeah, we're gonna line them up, man. We got Naked to start. We gotta take
Where's
your
Naked?
pick, man. Right next to it. Yeah, there you go.
We're gonna come back to this segment though, right? Naked ripped to 66 today.
yeah.
I think something's cooking there. I think the reason why he's quiet is he's probably, he's got all that cash. What would you do if you had like 200 or 300? What's he got? 250, 300 million?
He's super busy. He has to be, right?
Right.
He has to be.
Can we
Can't
get
get on the
do
show.
we have any? The comments are not up on my screen today.
No.
You know
Are the
what?
comments on your screen today?
I've got some good comments here.
Do you?
Yep.
Can we pull Naked back up real quick?
Hold on, I can get the
Let's look at
comments.
the 5-day. See
Patrick
that
says,
spike? That's why I swing traded. That's why. I
People
didn't
are a
think it
little
was gonna
upset.
hold.
Let me get into that a little bit.
Why are you upset? I didn't think it was going to hold.
Okay, so all right, so I'm on Telegram. I'm on the Naked Army chat.
Right.
I didn't get a chance to respond, but they're asking me, "Hey, would you guys would have a greater impact on the overall share price and the actual health of the stock if you would just hodl?" You just wouldn't. And I had to think about it, and I wasn't going to respond, but we can respond here on our philosophy.
Would you hold her?
I would hodl, but we need to swing trade. These people don't understand when we
wait,
take
wait,
positions.
Hodl break it down. for
Yeah, hold on.
everyone.
Yeah, whatever.
Hold on for
Where's
dear.
that word?
Hold on for dear life.
Is that what it means?
Yeah, it's a crypto phrase.
That's a strategy. Hold on for dear life. I know that's what it means, but like that's not a strategy.
Well, they're very proud to be long naked. They're not selling shares, but we have a portfolio to manage, and whenever we can take profit,
We get marked to the market every month.
Yeah.
So we don't, our basis, the stock doesn't have a memory for us. Like we don't remember what we paid for. It doesn't matter to us what we paid for it.
Right.
If you're, I'm just going to give you a number. If you're managing a portfolio, let's say it has, what number should I pick?
5 million.
Okay, so let's say you're managing a portfolio with $5 million in it, and you have 25 positions in the portfolio, and the position at the end of the month has $5,100,000. You're up $100,000. You may have 3 stocks that are down, and 10 that are up, and 4 that are flat, and whatever else. It's not relevant for us. That's where we're marked. So we look at every position every day. We look at every position every week. We look at every position every month, and we see whether we have the same thesis. But we trade around positions like crazy. I have sold so much of POWW. Ammo, we're down to
Yeah.
about 100,000 shares.
Right.
We were at 800,000 shares. We owned about 5 million worth of that stock.
Yeah.
And we're down to around a little bit more than $1 million right now.
So
Are we okay there, Brett?
we just have to. You guys have to remember that you know there's retail onesies and twosies. That's no disrespect to them. They obviously are putting their money in. I'm condescending about people if they're in the stock. They're part of the portfolio, if you will. So the retail side, they put what they can afford to put in there. Obviously,
But you trade it for a different reason.
right. You trade it for a different reason.
If you buy something, you put $1,000 into it,
Right.
and you're not going to trade it, and you're looking for a target price of, say, it's going to go to $1,500.
Yes.
So you're going to have a 50% increase. You have a different time frame than we do. Ours, we really only have 3 ways of making investments. We make investments in 13D filings where we're in a position to take advantage of the company because it's undervalued and we want management to do something. We want to influence management. That's a longer term position. We're in a position where we buy something where there's volatility. That's purely a trade based on disaggravated. It's the wrong word. I always get this word wrong. But it's basically where the market is out of sync and there's a reason why there's price discrepancy. And then the third is that we think something has momentum, or if there's some logic for us to put on a trade that's not a 13D, but maybe if there's a sector we want to be in specifically, right? We do a lot of convertible loans into public companies, stuff like that. So we have a different reason for owning things than you may. But it doesn't mean we don't have an overall thesis, right? Like I think every day, we're in episode 84, every day he's come into this program and said, be long gold, be long silver, be long Freeport McMoran, be long copper every day.
Yeah.
So we have long-term theses, or the macro is what Marshall would call it.
Right.
Is he on today?
Yeah,
Not
he's
today.
here.
Yeah.
He's on the chat. Yeah.
No, but is he on the program today?
He's not on the program today.
Can we get him in the 4 segment?
Let's see. Let me ask him.
Possible?
I'll look
Okay.
at that CIDM.
I got to. Sometimes when he leaves, I feel like he doesn't like me anymore.
Yo, Scump
He goes,
13.
Like, it goes dark. He's on all these parties. What?
Scump 13 makes a good point. It's a profession, not a relationship.
Yeah, it's a profession, not a relationship. Now, we have some things that are relationships. Like, obviously, I'm the executive chairman of Ault Global. I'm employed by Ault Global. And I'm also, my holding company is the largest single shareholder of Ault Global. And I don't ever sell that stock. And I have not sold that stock. It doesn't mean I won't do it someday. But to date, the last 4 years and some change, I've never sold a single share because that's a core position. It's a little different story than the way we trade things. Hey, speaking of core positions, ANVS today. Did you see that?
ANVS, the Alzheimer's and Parkinson and dementia
Did you bring it up in here?
drug. I did not, actually.
Oh, ANVS.
Yeah, we forgot about that one.
forgot.
There's so many today. That one ripped late.
This thing was ripping late. Wonder why these.
CIDM.
Ever wonder why these things rip late so late?
They had early news, and
Yeah,
it didn't. You saw that, right?
Let's pull that up on the screen real quick. ANVS was down in the.
Jeez.
I think it was down to 45 today. We were kind of crushing this, right?
We're long that one. Yeah,
We're
we were-
long, and
yeah.
we admit we bought it wrong. If you look,
Yep.
At this stock, this doesn't even go back far enough. Look, it ran to 90. See, it doesn't even show intraday. It ran to 90.
Yeah, the third. We got
a good
FOMO.
one.
I'll admit it. We FOMO'd that one.
Yeah, but the problem here is that this doesn't show that it went to $92.
Yeah, it went pre.
Intraday.
Yeah, did it?
Yeah, it went to
I thought it was
$92.
pre.
No, it wasn't pre. Went to 90. This chart is not correct.
Wait, it might be. It might have been 6 days ago.
Yeah, this chart is
Click
not
that.
correct.
There it is.
Yeah, it's not correct. I'm sorry.
No,
it's not correct.
It's not right.
This chart is not right. Let's take it down.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. MDRR. Everyone knows I filed the 13D on this company. It's not a long thesis for me. I've told everybody that I believe that hard commodities, multifamily apartment buildings, owning real estate's the place to be. We've printed about 35 to 40% of the currency that's ever been printed in this country in the last 18 months. We went crazy. Fiat currencies, they're printing like crazy, right? So what are you long? Crypto? You're long real estate? You're long hard commodities like
Silver,
copper,
gold, copper, steel.
If you want a
bullets,
2x4, you could buy a 2x4. A third of it, it's 3 times as much as it was before, right?
corn, soybean, food for sure. You know,
I don't think it's transitory.
No, it's inflation, man.
No,
It's here.
I don't think it's transitory.
Sorry.
Do you want to cover any more
You're
stocks?
getting pay cuts every time you fill up at the pump. Yeah, we want to cover a lot of stocks. How much time do? What's the next segment? Baseball.
Let's go
Sports?
Canon real quick. Risk on Sports is up.
We're gonna
next.
run
Go
over a
Canon
little
real
bit.
quick. Canon up 22% today. This thing ripped. Look at this thing hit. Let's go to the 5
went to
day.
11.
This went down to $7 and some change.
Yeah.
Hit 11 today. It's 10.20 in the aftermarket. For full disclosure, we're long the Canon calls and we're short the Canon puts.
Oh, you got them.
Okay. Let's start Risk on Sports. Are you gonna be able to stay with us or you got to go?
Tolly, real quick.
gonna hang? Okay.
Tolly.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Skyla.
Uh-huh.
How you doing?
I'm doing real good.
What
I'm
what
kinda
section
tired.
are we going to do the joke today?
Any section you want.
When do you want to do the joke? End or beginning?
Yeah, let's do it at the end.
Let's do it at the end.
Do
You
it at the
okay
end.
with that?
Yeah.
All right. Do we got Randy yet?
Randy's coming in. Joe's coming
Yeah.
in.
Are they going to knock on the door?
I think so.
Oh,
There we
look
go.
at
Let me
that.
hear it.
Here we
There they
go.
are.
Randy, you just
What's
scoot
the
over a little bit.
password?
You're okay. Just scoot that way. You okay? Don't
Tolly,
knock,
you say
don't
that.
knock any of those expensive cameras over.
Tolly says we're driving the price
What?
down.
Both. Skylar's going to get up.
Hey, real quick. Tolly says we're driving the price down when we sell the stock like that, referring to Naked.
Yeah, but I bought it today. So does that send the price up?
Yeah, we buy at the ask, so it's a swing trade.
Josh, you're going to have
Tolly,
to
these positions are massive. You have to remember, we're buying like 500,000 shares. Like in
Randy,
one
you're where
swoop.
Skylar is. All right, we're trying. We're learning how big the studio is here today.
We buy big, Tolly, usually when we
Yeah, we do.
buy. So you have to remember that, and we don't
By the
put
way, I've been in a Lear 35.
we don't put a
They're
bid
tight,
in
man.
usually.
They're
We don't
tight.
get filled.
By
We
the way,
just-
that's a scary
we
proposition.
just buy at the ask.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem.
I was interrupting you. I apologize. That was rude of me. I was speaking about the Learjet comment, and I will tell you, I've been in a Lear 35 twice, and when I was younger, thinner, lean, could run, I wasn't afraid of confined spaces. I used to be a scuba diver. But I'll tell you, when you get fat like me and you're on an airplane and you wonder how you're going to get out, you get claustrophobic really fast, man. Really fast. And I've had some claustrophobic days. But look who's in the house here. We're going to obviously bring him up. Randy Kepper, how are you, buddy?
Good.
Why are we getting?
I don't believe you. Why?
You don't?
How can it affect you this much?
How can what affect me?
Look at, because what's wrong? Are you
What's
really
wrong?
good?
Yeah.
Do you really want me to believe that you're really good?
Yeah. Why? Why do you think? What do you think? I'm gonna go. Do
Are you mad?
you think I'm gonna go hang myself?
Randy, 100.
Yes, I do actually.
Randy, 100 paid 3,000.
I like life too much.
Just
I'm not gonna do that.
saying.
Randy, it was fun. I had a great time.
I had an awesome time.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it just sucks when the race don't pan out the way you would like, but yeah, it's always an awesome time. I mean, you saw the Mardi
Podunk is
Gras
great.
atmosphere, and it's like bigger than the Super Bowl. I mean,
It's
that amount of
incredible.
people, it's like,
There's more people there than the Super Bowl.
oh yeah.
And there's a book actually someone gave me today, 50 Reasons Why You Need to Be at the Indy 500 or something like that.
Really?
Have you ever seen this by Jeff Cannon?
Nope.
No.
And you, Joe, what did you think of it? Hey, Crypto Joe was there with me. We went to, actually, you were there too.
Yeah, man.
Your wife, we were all
We
there.
are
All
all
of our
there.
wives were there. What did you think, Joe?
It was astounding. I'm going back next year.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Do you think that the Risk on car will race next year? Because we're talking about sponsoring an Indy car, a Risk on car,
Right.
and maybe turn on green on the car too. Because
Yeah.
that's our new EV company.
You know, I mean, it's possible because Castro Nevis won in a sponsored car that wasn't a regular ride. So,
That was
I mean,
crazy.
we could win the Indy 500 next year. It's possible.
Who did the super chat?
What do we got here? Oh, super
Canary fan.
Connery fan.
Connery fan.
£5. Thank you for the
Thank you.
£5 super chat.
What's up? You're staring me down, buddy. What's wrong?
No, I'm all right. I just want to say thanks to the Beaudry family, Tom and Kelly and Madison.
Absolutely.
Also, my friends Doug and Keith, man, they rolled out the red carpet, the hospitality with these people. I wish you could have went with us to a couple of these parties. was just fantastic.
Sounds like you had fun.
Yeah, it was good.
First night was epic, man.
I just didn't need you guys trash talking me in the TSA line.
Randy, we almost had.
So you are mad.
Randy,
All right, let's get it on, dude. You got smoked. You basically said,
Get 'em.
don't
Whoa,
let the
whoa,
old
whoa,
guy.
whoa, whoa.
You said old guys are not going to. Why are they in there? They shouldn't be there. Come on. The best thing to do is eat some crow. Elio Castroneves is a 4-time winner. Come on, you love him now. Say you love him.
When you say I got smoked, my guy was third place right there for the win. He just didn't win. But to say I got smoked.
I'm
did I
going to
get
get
smoked?
all the tape of everything you said about old people racing.
I actually missed
We're only
him
a couple
dropping
years
into
apart.
fourth.
we had Helios,
Wait,
and then
I missed him dropping into fourth, which is weird. I
It was on the
completely
last
missed
lap.
it.
He got passed. Yeah.
you know
He did good, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
all
what-
the guys I told you did good. I mean,
No, you did.
Potter
VK.
Ward was fourth.
VK
VK was eighth.
VK screwed up.
I don't know what happened with Herta though. That's what I
But
couldn't
VK
understand.
and Herta, by the way, 20 and 21, you could clearly see they're the future.
Yeah.
VK was leading a lot of that race.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't understand what happened. I got to watch the replay of the race. I saw part of it, but I don't understand what
But
happened
why
with
can't
him.
someone explain to me what the heck the fuel strategy was? Why was VK and Carpenter stopping at 32 laps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
And everyone else is going to 40 laps. I didn't. There's no different size in the fuel tank.
He
That's
got
what- you know
caught
what,
on the
that's
last-
what,
he got caught on the last pit, Randy, is what happened. He got lapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about this whole fuel strategy. Give them enough fuel,
Saito-
let them race.
Saito.
You know what I mean? It's like ridiculous. Save fuel, save fuel.
Had to come in
Why
and-
are you racing to save fuel?
What?
It's ridiculous.
Hey, let's roll the video, Randy, and you can kind of walk us through this cool video you did.
But Randy, you did cost us 3,000. We were going to sprinkle 100 on him. So Randy,
Catch me outside. How about that?
Randy, come on, we're just having fun.
I didn't. Hey, that wasn't advice for you what to do. I just told you what I was doing.
It's all
Ooh,
fun.
It's a disclaimer at the
I've
beginning
heard
of the
that
show.
It's all
remember?
good. We love you,
Randy,
man.
nice
we love
cover.
you. Come on.
Okay.
Come on. Do you not feel like I love you?
This is all for entertainment
Sure.
purposes.
are we going to run
Sure.
this? Are we running this video, Josh?
Is that really true? That's your answer?
I'm ready.
Sure.
He's upset about the race.
It's
man.
okay.
Oh,
Randy's
Jesus.
a diehard, man. I respect
Jesus
that.
Christ. He's eyeballing me, too. You see that?
What are we doing here?
Full screen and hit play.
I'm ready.
There,
It's,
he's
it's
playing.
21 seconds,
Sorta.
right?
Yeah, it's not very long.
Oh, what's going
Let's
on
go.
here?
We're going to have video throughout the
play.
show
He's playing.
this week.
Oh,
Oh, there you go. Indy.
I had audio. Oh, that was
Randy,
cool.
did you get a lot of filming? What'd you do?
Oh, dude, I
walk
got
it-
some. Those cars were right under my nose. Those seats. I know you guys like your seats, and I do like those too. I've sat there before, but where I was, I swear, I'm going back there. These cars were right under my nose doing 230, and when the whole train of 30 cars came by, I told Jason the wind like almost blew me backwards, like the vortex from the cars. It
That's
was
rad.
incredible. But I got it. I'll get
Randy,
it together.
what would you think next year if we sponsored a car, Risk On?
Well, here's the thing.
Because you know that one time I was going to sponsor Sarah
Yeah, you
Fisher.
told me. You were asking me about it.
Yeah.
I don't think it was possible then, but now what's possible is even up to the week of the race, they'll accept sponsorship. Some of these teams, they'll take all the sponsorship they can get. So you could theoretically, don't wait that long, but you could do it a week before. Say, hey, we want to sponsor your car. They'll give you a little. You could put a little decal somewhere on the car. I don't know what the amount of money is. You have to negotiate with them.
Yeah,
him
but
your
I don't
other
want to.
idea.
No, dude.
Tell him
There's
your
no
other
decal
idea.
going to be here.
Yeah.
I want an entire car that, just like Bitcoin had on the side.
Tell him your
Yeah,
other
well,
idea.
that's a lot of money.
What's a lot of money? You think?
A lot of money.
What do
But
you
you
think
can
it
get
is?
some sort
For
of
one race. What do you think it is?
Well, they'll tell you you can go on. You can be on the front wings. You can be on the rear wings. You can be on the side pod. Or if you want to do the whole car,
what do you
that's
think it is?
That's a bigger deal.
Like 15 Bitcoin.
I definitely should have asked the lady sitting next to us because we sat.
Bye,
next to-
Miranda.
We sat next to the Auto Nation people that sponsored Castro Neves. It was a trip. They were shaking.
Oh, I heard about that.
They were shaking when they left the stadium. They're like, "We got to go. We got to go." And they were.
They've
freaking
never
out.
won a race. That team's never won a race. And also, that's a satellite team for Michael Andretti. Both those cars for that Auto Nation, Jack Harvey and Castro Neves, they were full technical support from Michael Andretti. And I'm sure some of those crew members were ex-Andretti crew members that they brought in to serve on the team. So that's really a win for Michael Andretti in a way as well. So
What was the team? What was it called again? That
Meyer
team?
Shank Racing.
Meyer
Yeah,
Shank.
Meyer Shank Racing.
Yep,
He
that was his family.
Dude, he shanked the field.
And Meyer Shank Racing is a satellite of Andretti.
Yeah.
So basically, Andretti provided the car and the engine.
They provide full tech. Now, Shank buys the cars and the engines, but Andretti provides full technical support with the team. And then I'm sure, like the team members. I think a lot of those team members, probably too, were from Michael Andretti's other teams from the past. The guys that weren't working, then they said, "Hey, we need to fill another team," and they brought these guys in. So
yeah, I know when you do a sponsorship of a car, you can sponsor just the race, and that's a little bit of different pricing because everyone wants to be in the big show, right?
Right.
So they price this race, and then there's people like DHL for Ryan Hunter Ray and everything, where they're the whole season,
full season, yeah.
Right?
How much does that
It's
cost?
a DHL car. I think it's like $10-15 million.
Yeah,
It's a
but
big,
I'm telling you, you could go the week of the race and say, hey, we're risk on. We want to get some sponsorship on your car. What can we do? Either on the rear view mirrors, they'll put it somewhere. You'll get visibility, but it depends on what you want to do and how much you want to spend. But yeah, it's out there.
Have you ever been in one of those suites over there?
Oh yeah, with Michael Andretti on the 100th running in 2016. Me and my friend Chris were in the Andretti Autosport suite. Got to meet Michael, Mario. I got pictures and video with them.
Wow.
Full catered food, all the drinks you wanted. We got a full tour of the garage, pit passes.
How'd you get there?
Dude, it was sweet. Well, I'm on their email list, and they had a thing. If you donated $400 to the Michael Andretti Foundation, then you got to be in the suite. And so my friend goes, "Hell, we're doing it because we don't know if they'll ever offer it again." You know what I mean? So.
Wow, you didn't even tell me about that.
Yeah, 2016, it was awesome.
Randy, I had a great time. Thanks for inviting us. Obviously, I had a good time. It was fun. I was a little tired, the drive and the
Oh my God.
up in the morning.
Here come the
we
excuses.
dragged a little bit there. Hey, Jason, I don't know. Could you kill it anymore in baseball?
Dude,
Hey, those of you who follow the show, Risk On Sports is now merged with Risk On. We're doing one show a little longer. But Jason's killing it. He starts with a $1,200 bankroll. We know what Risk On's about. It's about betting. It's about lifestyle. It's about things you can do in Vegas, around the country, racing. And Jason, our resident expert at betting baseball, you're killing it.
We're doing all right.
What's the
man.
numbers right now?
We're hanging in there. We've bet 124 straight bets. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. 62 and 62.
So you're right on even.
How is that possible?
So
that
if
we're
you're
winning?
even, does that mean you haven't made any money?
That's not the case. Parlays were 38 and 82.
Got it. So you're losing there. Does that mean you're losing money?
We're losing at like a 2-to-1 clip, right? Roughly.
Right. You're losing the games at a 2-to-1 clip. But with good money management, how much have you done?
We're up 5,222.
If you started with us at $1,200, you're at what, 6,400 right now?
6422.
6,400. That has been 2 months. It started April 1st. Today is June 1st.
Yeah.
You've killed it, dude. Come on.
We're making $3K
Your
a month,
1,200
man.
Yeah, you're making $3K a month on $1,200.
Hey, I
you
mean,
killed it, dude. If everyone followed every bet you had, you've killed it.
yeah, we've got some people now that are starting to take notice.
Hey,
Got people
by the
in
way,
the office.
Fully audited.
Yeah.
Every single ticket will be posted up at the end of the quarter. This July 1st, the full quarter, fully audited, every ticket, not disputable.
I don't know
No
if-
big whale
Probably
plays.
can't
Even
see
that-
this.
Bet 700 to win 100.
Even
none of
that
that.
0-13 play, right?
Can you guys see
Even-
that?
even
Like,
0-13.
I don't know if they can see this, but I have every ticket. Like it's amazing how many tickets I have. Like I've had to take pictures of them all. I've got all the losing tickets. Obviously, I have stored, and then all the winning tickets. Obviously, I had to cash in. But I have pictures of every single ticket.
So, Joe, what was your experience in Indiana? I mean, what did you do? You went to the party with Randy the first night.
I did, and then we went.
Everyone
over-
else was asleep, by the
Then
way.
we
Just so it wasn't me. It was everyone but Joe was asleep.
I mean, we landed, and it was 8 o'clock. So really, they went to bed at 5 o'clock West Coast time. So that was awesome. but me and Randy went and watched
It's like
Tom and his
8:30, it really
band
was.
play. It was rad. I mean, we partied most of the night, and then Tom took us over to his house, and we sat with him and his wife Kelly, and we sat and had drinks. And then the coolest thing happened. Tom gave me and Randy bricks from Indy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sweet.
bricks from the actual brickyard.
Brick from the
Oh,
actual
yeah.
brickyard.
Right.
That was
It was
tight.
sweet.
Had you had a brick before, Randy?
No, I wanted to buy. It was funny. I was always going to buy one, right? But I never had the extra money, and so I don't know if I was going to do it this year, next year, whenever. But then he just whipped them out on us when we were at his house. That
What do
was
the
so
bricks
sweet.
cost?
Oh, I don't know. There was a Rossi one autographed when he won the 100th running a few years ago, and that was only $100.
Oh.
Oh, that's
But
not bad.
Tom has him in his. He's got a little, garden out in his yard, and he's got him like the bricks are out in
Dude,
the
when
planter
you
of
come
the
over to
garden.
my house and my walkway, I'm actually going to plant that thing. I'm going to take out a couple of flagstones and put the brick in.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Wow. The whole racetrack at one point was a brickyard, right? The whole
Yeah,
all
right.
brick.
Yeah, I don't know what year it was in the 30s or something when they finally paved most of it. and they just left the yard of bricks that they still have today.
The only thing I didn't
Which
do
is the
kiss
finish line,
bricks.
right?
Yeah.
Wonder how that affects the tires. Like, does that cut the tires?
Well, no, not now, because it's really smooth the way they laid them in there. But I mean, before, can you imagine back in the day running over the bricks? I mean, your
would've
brain
been
just
terrible.
rattling every lap, over those bricks with those skinny tires, those poker chip tires they're running.
Bad.
Hey,
There wasn't a
easy.
lot of crashes this.
we got lucky on that.
What?
Luckily, Ray Hall lost a wheel.
Yeah. Oh,
Ray
that
Hall
was
lost a
gnarly.
wheel for sure.
That
And
was
then,
awesome.
what
When
was the
Dick's
other one?
installed, you should have seen
Yeah.
the people around me. I'm like, that's right, sit there,
Oh my
sit there, and
God.
these
Oh,
people
you
are
were
looking at me
so
like, oh.
happy.
Oh, it was awesome. And then when Ray Hall went out too, I was saying stuff, and these people are looking at me.
But Dixon did come. I mean, Dixon got back on the lead lap. He did okay.
I knew he would. It was so early in the race. He was going to get his lap back, but it was just great to see that happen right off the get-go. He's favored every year. That's what I'm telling you guys.
Ray
He's
Hall
favored
cost
every year.
someone the lead, right? I mean,
Oh, Ray Hall messed up the whole thing.
no, I'm
That
trying
was
to
a-
figure out whose car he actually hit.
Well, Justin crashed in the pit, the first crash.
Oh, it was what's his
Stephen
name?
Wilson.
It was Daly.
Stephen Wilson.
He hit Daly's
Yeah,
car.
he hit the
Yeah.
wheel bounced off and hit Daly in the nose of Daly's car, and he was having a good race.
Right in the
Kind of
front,
screwed him
yeah.
up.
Kips,
Yes, punch the.
I
Punch
got
the
a
hole.
chat comment. Kips asks, "Did Skylar do something with her hair?"
Brushed it.
I did brush it today.
That's what I thought.
Novel concept.
That's funny.
So, what did you do the whole time?
Well,
What was your time like? Just tell people what you were doing there.
we walked into when we went to Indy, we walked into the infield, and that was cool. And we went with Darren, and we sat. They did this really cool race in the sky with the squirrel suits, which was awesome. And then they had the military tribute, which was beautiful. Put military people on every one of the trucks, and they were all different color trucks to represent the different branches of service, and that was great. Then they did the big flag, and the big flag was awesome.
Nice.
Dude, what
it
about the
almost flipped-
flyover, man? Was that awesome?
The flyover was they did it twice. It was rad.
Yeah, it was awesome. That I got chills when that happened.
The F-16s?
Yep.
I don't know what they were.
Probably
They were F-16s for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been a question. They were F-16s. Anyways, all right. Well, listen, we're gonna have a lot more video footage of what happened there. Congratulations to Elio Castroneves. I thought it was great. You could see the young guys though. VK, Herda, the local guy. What's his name? The local guy. He works for Carpenter. Runs
Ed
for Carpenter.
Carpenter?
No, the other guy.
Who's that? Powell.
Daly was
Powell.
Daly.
Daly
Yeah.
for sure. Flying. He was racing the U.S. Air Force car.
Yeah.
He actually might
there was
have won
another
it if he
guy.
wouldn't have
Paulo.
gotten hit.
Paulo, that's
Paulo was pretty strong for sure.
Yeah. Paulo.
It's like I told you guys, though, if you guys said you're going to look back and see what I said, you can do that. Right. I'm still going to call them roaches. But I also told you
Roaches.
Honda had a horsepower advantage, and look what happened. Did you notice who were the two guys passing each other for the win at the end?
Honda.
The two Hondas, Pillow and Castroneves.
Right.
Pato Award couldn't do anything. I told you that.
Couldn't beat him, huh? What did you think of VK?
I was hoping I thought Joe was really excited at the beginning. He was stout. He was strong, right? He was running up
He
front.
was awesome. It was just that.
I just don't
last
know
pit
what
that
happened
killed-
to those guys.
That last pit killed him. I don't know how he got lapped because his pits were pretty fast the whole time.
Yeah.
And
Hey, it was the Bitcoin car though, and it was paid for with Bitcoin, and I
Yeah.
thought that was great.
Yeah.
I think
Hey,
we should do an Ethereum car.
The Gutswear guy, thanks to him too. That was great. I actually went to. I mean, the whole thing was great, man.
Yeah,
I
it
really
was
had a great
awesome.
time. Indy was wonderful. Went down to the middle of the city the last night. The whole
Yeah,
thing was
that was
great.
nice.
Did you guys go to the Monument Circle?
We did.
That
That's
was
awesome,
rad.
isn't it?
That was rad.
By the way,
That's
just so you
awesome.
guys know,
I've got
I'm going
video
to tell you
of that.
something crazy. On my Instagram, I went to Monument Circle,
Oh
and
yeah.
I filmed.
Holy crap!
Okay.
It just rocketed.
Okay, I went to Monument Circle and I filmed on my Instagram. Now I get some videos with 18,000 views or whatever else.
I saw
it
it
has
150
105,000
Yeah.
views. Look at it. It's a 10-minute video. It has 98 comments and 105,475 views. There's you, Jason, filming right there.
Did you see all the cars?
Oh, they were crazy. Yeah,
it was
crazy.
nuts. I liked the one car with the 32s on it.
Yeah, and he had the American flags.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. Indy?
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
God, it's
Indy's
loud.
very loud,
Well,
man.
I take that back. When we on practice day, it was definitely way louder than I expected it to be. But sitting up, it actually kind of dampened some of that sound. So next year, I think I'm actually going to go to the wall. You know how they have that wall in front of the paddock, Randy?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do that next
I
year.
think everyone if you ever had a chance to go, you're gonna have to make it sort of your mission to go to Indy.
Randy said it would happen, and it
Yeah.
completely changed my thoughts on racing.
Did it?
Yeah.
And even
Enjoy it
Jason,
all
I know
the way.
Jason's not a
Yeah.
big racing fan, but he was totally impressed. So I was stoked to hear Jason's
Jason was
view.
telling me he was trying to count the the distance and how many laps they were at and where they were in fuel strategy.
I was losing track of the cycles.
Yeah, I got lost in the cycles a little bit myself. I admitted towards the end, I kept thinking, Castroneves seemed to be strong. So I kept thinking, God, he's dominating, and he seems to be coming right back up to the front, even after some weird, multiple pit. And what happened to Will Power? What the heck?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he was in the pits I think he was 3 laps down. He was sideways. He was backwards. He went in the pits. Did you see what happened to him?
Yeah, he's one of those guys that if he's not up front, starting up front, he gets frustrated and he starts making mental mistakes, and that's what happened with him. Sometimes it happens with Rossi too.
I thought Sato was going to stay out. I thought he was going to win.
It looked like Sato had the win. At the point in time, I thought there was a chance he was going to win.
Yeah.
But you could see that the broadcasters were focused on Castroneves, and they kind of figured out that those two were going to battle it out.
Oh, it's like the track announcer, too. I couldn't hear all the time because the cars were coming right by me when the guy would be talking sometimes. But he started early on saying it, we might see a 4-time winner today. I'm like, oh, hell no. But all day, not only the track announcer, but the broadcast announcers on NBC, they were all that's what they were all.
Spider-Man.
Robbie says Risk on Sports might be better as the last segment, and I think I agree with him because it kind of breaks up where we were talking about stocks, politics, trading, and then we went into sports, and we lost like half our crowd.
We lose a lot of crowd?
Yeah. I think we might want to consider doing that at the end. Just a thought.
It's okay. Hey, we're into the 4th segment. Randy, thank you. We're going to have more video from you this week. Joe, thank you so much.
No worries.
It was great. I really had a good time.
Yeah.
Of course, the last night I was
get into
wanting to have fun, milk jug, let's drink some. You guys are like, let's go to bed.
I get a lot of
nights,
agrees
I can
here.
hang with you.
Hey, let's get back into the good stuff. Not that
This
sports
is the
isn't
good stuff.
Yeah, but people want to come.
Let's go to one of my favorite stocks.
I'm with you.
FRD. Let's pull it up. This is Friedman Industries. For full disclosure, we have filed a 13D, and we are large shareholders. However, we have cut some of this back, and we filed the 13D on Friday to report that. But we are the single largest shareholders from an institutional perspective, with about 6% of the company. Now, this stock has rallied big time, has a market cap of almost $100 million, and just pre-announced earnings. We're long this stock.
Pressed steel, rolled steel.
Pressed steel, rolled steel, coiled steel.
Yeah.
There you go.
Love it.
So we've talked about this one already. Forget that. We've already talked about that. MDRR, the real estate stock.
Yes.
Medalist. We own a bunch of this. We are a 10% shareholder in this and a 13D filer for full disclosure. Freeport McMoran is at $44. Jason thinks it's going to $50. He's a big fan of this copper play. Jason, why don't you walk us through what you like about Freeport?
Well, obviously the Congo is not permitting copper to be exported right now. There's also in Chile, there's actual strikes right now in the copper mines. There's no labor. And, of course, you've got the pressure of the Green New Deal, if you will, or some kind of a spin-off of the Green New Deal. The electrification of America requires copper. I think copper at about a 4-to-1 clip is necessary in EV cars versus naturally aspirated internal combustion engine cars. Also, copper is going to be needed for the humongous, I don't know if you saw this, there's a huge wind project that just got approved. And there's going to be a lot of copper that's going to be necessary for that. So all in all, the shortage, the scarcity, the lack of labor in Chile, we've got the electrification of America. It makes for copper to be highly, highly in demand, and supply is limited. So let's keep an eye on it. I like FCX as my leading copper play. All-time high is 60-ish. All-time high in copper is right now per pound. I like FCX to at least get to 50, and we'll see what happens after that.
What do we got going on ammo, POWW? For full disclosure, we have reduced this position dramatically. We own the preferred, paying 8.75%. We have about 75,000 of the preferred.
Right.
We own about 100,000 shares of common. We've reduced this position down to around 100,000 shares, and so we still love it. We're fine with it. After hours at 7.14. I was up 21 cents today. It's trading, basically at 7.14 in the aftermarket. There's not a lot to say here. Big backlog, doing great.
We've taken we've actually talk about swing trading around your positions. There's a prime example of what we've done with POWW.
This is yours. AEZS. We're long this. It was up 6.32% today, or 5.6%. It's at 95 in the aftermarket. We own 250,000 shares of this stock.
Yeah, we're literally holding.
Why do you like this one?
We're literally hodling there.
Why do you like this one?
This one is working on a oral vaccine for COVID, and that's the main ingredient to
They
why
got a
we're
lot of
holding
cash,
that.
right?
Yeah, tons of cash.
I think we wanted to cover this. AMCC.
And,
What? We wanted to cover AMC. CEO wants to use meme stock frenzy as a springboard for growth. Murdoch Capital bought 8.5 million shares and then reportedly sold them for a profit.
It was crazy.
What they
today.
raised there?
They were crazy today. Oh,
I saw that they did an offering, right?
Yeah, they did an offering. I didn't check. I wasn't really on EMC today, to be honest.
For full disclosure, I'm short, so I mean, if it's, I'm pretty biased. I think this is ultimately a waste of time. But I thought that they raised some money here. Yeah, here we go.
No, they did.
After the theater chain sold more than 8 million shares to Murdoch Capital, AMC said in the security filing it raised $230 million.
Yeah.
The stock sale would use the funds to potential acquisitions, upgrade the theaters, deleverage the balance sheet. Murdoch invested in December, okay? We also invested in December. All right.
Yeah.
So they sold more money, raising
GameStop could have learned a lot from AMC as far as capital
for sure.
raising, right?
They're raising capital. Wow, man. Who's on the screen
Oh, he's got a stogie.
with that big cigar?
Hey, the
Look
memes
who's
did
back.
pop.
Back again.
What's up, boys? Can you guys see me?
Oh,
Yeah, man.
it is Macro Marshall. We're back
How
in the
we
house
doing?
today. You got him on screen? There we go.
You guys got me live from New York City, man.
Where are you at? What are you doing in New York City?
Well, I was up for the weekend visiting family, and I'll be back in Vegas later in the week. I'll be flying out tomorrow.
Nice.
Tell us something
yeah.
that involves freedom in New York City. Do you have any there?
You know what? We got a little bit. We're here at Davidoff in Brooklyn.
Okay.
It's my cigar club. Plenty of freedom here, man.
All
No
right.
masks, having cigars, and having a good time.
Nice.
Davidoff.
Davidoff. Like
Davidoff,
jewelry?
man.
That's a pretty famous place.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a legitimate place. If you guys are in town, this is where you want to be. Just ask for me. They'll hook you up.
What do you think of the weekend, and what do you think of anything on your mind in the macro strategy world?
Hey, let me tell you, this weekend, I was glued. I'm watching crypto, and I'm watching Bitcoin, and I'm trying to, I have a thesis that, when the markets close, Bitcoin reacts because remember it's 24/7. And so we almost got up to 38,000, but 37.9 over the weekend. I think we're sitting around 36.5 now, maybe between 36.2 and 36.5.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching to make sure that we stayed in those levels because I felt like if we had a dip below those levels Tuesday when the market opens, then we might be in potential trouble for a further dip. But it continues to prove my thesis right. It's Rocky Balboa. It takes a licking and keeps coming back.
Jason, what do you think of the way it's trading?
I don't know. It's not full. There's not full conviction there yet. Keyword yet. Money rotation is moving into commodities. It's moving into hard assets. You know what? In my opinion, it will move back into crypto. Let's see what happens with China, with this administration. I mean, how many more things can they fearmonger us with? You know what I mean? It's just kind of a waste for them to do that. They're not going to stop it, in my opinion. I mean, I guess they could tax the hell out of it. That would slow it down. But ultimately, I think the people will prevail.
No question about it. Hey, I just want to say that Jason, you and I agree on a macro outlook because I noticed every time we're on the show, we talk about gold, we talk about silver, we talk about copper, we talk about inflation hedging assets. This asset class, though, I just want to say, as far as money rotation is concerned, I still believe that money rotation is retail money. The smart money is still there. I don't think they sold. I don't think that they sold because I watch the pools.
Right.
I'm watching them. I watch the exchange numbers every day.
Right.
And they're still there. It's just that I don't know, and to tie into what you're saying, I don't know if they're continuing to accumulate, but they have their positions and they're not dumping them. So We need a little bit more retail exuberance, I think. And I also believe that the real estate play, which is what we're all bullish on right now, is right now attracting a lot of the money that would be in the crypto market. It's pulling it out, and it's being put to use in real estate.
You know, I kind of like the fact that the CEO of Binance came out and hit Elon Musk a little bit there. Did you see that on Twitter?
He hit him hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dig that. I'm trying to find
I dig
the
that
tweet.
too, man. Fight back, man.
Oh, yeah,
Fight
for
back.
sure.
So the world's largest meat processor, JBS Foods, hit by a cyber attack.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I thought to myself, what food supply, oil supply? What do you know about this cyber attack?
Well, I mean, look how easily they crushed the ability for us to move oil, gas through the country. Now that the Keystone didn't get approved, they shut it down real quick in the New Jersey pipeline there. Now they're, what is this, a dry run at the food supply and then the water supply? Like, what are these guys doing?
JBS controls 20% of the slaughter capacity in U.S. cattle and hogs, according to industry estimates. 20%. Can you imagine that? 20% being shut down or not being able to do the. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what this means. It seems like it's getting worse before it's getting better.
Do you think it's people that are long beyond meat? Did you do it?
There's a conspiracy.
This guy's long.
I mean, have you guys seen the inflation of meat prices?
Yes. Oh, yeah, for sure. You see chicken in Canada?
No.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's like $20 a pound.
Skyla, I think the problem is Skyla goes to Chick-fil-A way too much.
I wish I went to Chick-fil-A a lot.
What's the pricing like over there now?
I
Have you
don't-
seen any issues there?
Not that I've noticed.
Look at Marshall. Marshall makes smoking a cigar sexy. When I smoke a cigar, I look like an idiot. When he smokes a cigar, it looks all good. Jason.
There it is.
Thank you.
There's the tweet. Hey, Nick. So this was the sub tweet to Elon. When you use electricity to run cars, it's Nick. It's environmentally friendly. So this was the
What happened?
What's going on there?
That's my fault.
Show on that.
When you use electricity to run the most efficient financial networks in the world, it's an environmental concern. That was the jab right at Elon.
When you
Definitely.
use electricity to run the most efficient financial networks in the world, it's a can you explain that to me? Why
Well,
is it-
I mean, so EV cars, obviously, how are EV cars charged? Using coal, nuclear.
it's
they're-
absurd, by
right?
the way.
That's what
his
he's
correct.
saying.
It's absurd.
Yeah,
Right.
Correct.
so
Right, for sure.
that's
Correct.
the dig. That was the nice, subtle dig. It got
when you use electric cars, electricity run cars,
Yeah, so-
it's environmentally friendly. Oh, got it. I got you. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't see that first part. Tells you all of a
So-
sudden I'm losing my mind.
got
a little.
40
I mean, what
43,000
better
likes.
use?
What's that?
What better use for electricity than the Bitcoin network? What better use of electricity but for freedom?
And of course, we have.
That's my thesis.
Yeah.
I'm dying. I got to get the quote. I'm dying for you to watch Bill Maher on Friday.
You know, I meant to
Oh my
watch
god!
that
Oh my
video.
god, dude! Bill Maher, who he comes out and he says, "Okay, so I'm gonna rant for a second, and then we're all gonna get everyone's opinion on this, and we're gonna call it a day."
All right.
So, why do you think they're calling for the banning of Snow White?
Not sure.
They're calling for the banning of Snow White. Why?
Really?
Jeez.
Because when the prince went in to kiss Snow White, it was not consensual.
Oh, I heard that.
Oh my
I
Wow.
heard that.
And I'm not kidding. Bill Maher comes out and says,
Wow.
literally, the Democratic Party is the party of not common sense anymore. They've lost their mind. They're focused on the wrong thing. What?
So does that mean if someone's dying, you can't give them mouth to mouth to resuscitate them? That's like the same
That's
thing. She
too
was dead.
Look at Skylar.
Wow,
Hey,
strong.
She was asleep, and that
She was
the
asleep,
only way
and
to
I
wake
put my
her
tongue in
up,
her mouth.
so-
I mean, kissed her.
Let's see.
While she was dying.
You could get me too, or you can die. Me too, or die. Me too, or die. Which one? It's crazy.
Dude, so Bill, you got to
ridiculous.
watch this episode. I'm going to see if we can pull clips that he puts on YouTube if we're allowed to play any of them. But Bill Maher was totally, completely out of, I mean, it was incredible. This is a guy who's a liberal. He admits he supports the Democratic Party. He wants to help them. They can't help themselves. Cancel culture, the whole thing. He talked about the Jews being in the Middle East, where Israel is, like at 1250 BC, before a Muslim ruled the earth, before a Muslim roamed the earth, before there was no Muhammad. Before that, there were Jews in that
Yep.
space. We've all rewritten history, and local millennials, people that are like young American, millennials, think that somehow because they weren't there for the history that it doesn't exist.
Right.
What was this Bella Hadid? She said effectively from the sea to the whatever it was to the sand, get rid of the Jews effectively. That's what she effectively said. She doesn't realize that if you live in Gaza, you need permission from your husband or a male escort to do anything. American girls going that they have no idea what they're talking about. And you got to watch this from Bill Maher. It's incredible.
It's I don't know. In Saudi Arabia, it wasn't until the most recent 5 to 10 years that females were allowed to drive, if I recall correctly.
No. It was very recent, like in the last couple of years.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Marshall,
and,
go ahead. What's your thoughts, my friend?
No, I'm saying, as a Jew, I'm obviously biased here, but we're flooded with people talking about something they know nothing about, unfortunately, or just have misinformation on. The land is called Judea. The land is called Judea. That's where we got our name from. So Mar was exactly correct on that one. And to talk about Saudi Arabia, you were saying, and accurately so, that it was just recently that women could drive. I want to say, talk to the women who tried to drive before.
Stoned?
Talk to the women who tried to work prior.
Marshall, were they stoned to death?
In recent events.
They were probably stoned.
Exactly. You can't talk to them.
Right.
They've been beaten to death.
Right. Ouch.
Terrible.
Wow. Well, I'm so glad I live in the U.S. then. Skyla, I assume
inject a little reality.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I live here for sure.
Hey, Skyla, why don't we lighten the mood a little bit with the joke of the day?
All right. So, what country's capital is constantly growing? Ireland. Every day it's Dublin.
Wow.
There you go. Every day it's Dublin.
Skyla comes hard with those dad jokes, man. She's doing great with that.
Hey, I wanted to end it on some money-making opportunities. Jason, do you have anything out there you like that you're a fan of?
Yes, I do. You know that I love CAN. I love AG, First Majestic Silver. I love TRCH, especially now that oil's ripping. Full disclosure, we are out of TRCH. However, I would love to get back in on a dip. I just don't think we're going to be given the opportunity. Those are three. I also like GOLD. It's a divvy long. It's a safe play. Barrick Gold is an institution, been around forever. So I do like that also. Those, and as far as oil goes, I really like Devon Energy. DVN. That's one to look at also. That's another divvy stock.
What was that macro view you were sharing on food? Is that too soon?
Well, food is something that we all need. Obviously, we need water, but I'm looking at stored food with 25-year shelf life. Call me a prepper. Call me whatever you want. I have plenty of food in my place, and I'm going to get more. Also, ammo. We've been long POWW. All these things that you could possibly have to have if civil unrest were to come about. It's better to have it and then not need it. And then, if you have a little extra, you can help your neighbor along the way. That's fine.
It's June 1st, and at the beginning of every month, we're going to bring up an IPO calendar for the month. Let's bring this calendar up, put up on screen real quickly here. This is according to Stock Analysis. We have June 3rd, D Local, looks like it's going public. We have a Alzheimer's Neuro. I can't comment on that one. Involved there. Zeta, Monday.com, which you used to use, right, Josh? Yeah, for sure. That looks like it's going to happen this month. That's a big price, $125 to $140. So this is the calendar. You can see it. We'll make it available. If you guys go to Stock Analysis /IPO/calendar, you can pull it up and you can look and see what stocks are potentially going public for the month of June. We'll keep you updated on that calendar. Now, I was looking at that calendar, and there are a ton of SPACs still. But today, SoFi completed its merger with another SPAC Jesus company. SoFi, SOFI, is now public.
Yeah, we're not recommending any of these stocks, but we're just bringing it to your attention, obviously.
For sure. Hey, we appreciate your time. Any parting words today, Marshall? Thanks for coming on with us from New York. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I just wanted to get Jason's forecast on silver.
Well,
do you have a price point in mind?
Well, silver, in my
1 year.
opinion, silver's been proven to be highly manipulated, especially by J.P. Morgan. They were fined $2 billion not too long ago, and they just keep on. This is my opinion, but based on what I see, silver is undervalued still. Silver is usually the leading indicator, and gold usually runs after silver. I think silver should challenge $30 soon. It's needed in biomedical. It's antimicrobial. It has conducting energy abilities. So I love silver.
Hey, if you guys want anything from us, get on the text 949-799-1831, 949-799-1831. Put an ROS in there, and you can get obviously the latest updates from us, what's happening with us. There's also some merch contests from time to time. Jason puts out his picks on Risk on Sports. If you want to get that. For Marshall, thank you for tuning in, my man, and joining us. Skyla, Nick, Josh today, my man Jason. Special thanks to Joe and Randy and all the people at the Indy 500. It was a great time. We'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.